Hi Scorpio. Hello. We're going to do another reading. It's just lately I feel like the readings have been a little bit challenging, and although we're getting a lot of really good stuff and information, unexpected information, I keep feeling like there's more. So anyway, we're doing another reading, a bonus reading for you. If you haven't seen the video from yesterday, the last Scorpio video, I would definitely check that out. Especially watch the ending because some really amazing advice comes through, just very enlightening. And also let me just tell you about my extendeds real quick. So I may do an extended for a reading, a specific reading, but all my extendeds and all my videos are timeless. So feel free to check them out. There are some that are by category rather than just the zodiac sign. So as valuable as the zodiac signs are for, say, like, you know, the Scorpio extended, definitely valuable. I don't do them very often. They come out super amazing and clear. I don't post them if they don't. And I don't want to do a ton of extendeds. I want to do most of my videos for free for the collective, right? But if you're on a twin flame journey, there is a category for extendeds on those, okay? Just anyway, check them down below. They're really, really good. I strongly, strongly recommend them. Now, this is crazy. Okay, let me show you what came out first. First we had Ten of Cups, Six of Cups. So this is a reunion, somebody from the past, a return. This is Ten of Cups. I do feel like this is an extension of yesterday's reading, but we'll see. We also got Divine Partnership. Okay. When I questioned those cards and asked for clarity, we got Page of Swords, which is somebody that's investigating, and then we got King of Swords. You may be dealing with an air sign. You don't have to be, but this is a strong air sign. You know, mental energy, kind of a little bit in two minds, very mental. But this King of Swords is also a strong action, but it's, you know, there's thought behind it. So it may come in fast and impulsive, but before that there was a lot of thought, investigating, probably trying to figure out what to do, how to come in. So you definitely have a return in your energy. This Empress card, when I asked for clarity on that, I got Temperance, Eight of Cups, and Three of Wands. So I feel like somebody has maybe kind of given up on love, or feeling like, I know I don't want you guys to get mad, but I mean, I guess you can, but it's kind of a defensive stubbornness, as in to the point where it could hurt you, hurt your growth, hurt the person coming back, hurt the progress. Okay, so I do feel like there's some karma here. It could be on their side, but we'll see. But I do feel some strong karmic lesson or karmic energy going on here. Maybe on your side. Okay, that's where the extendeds get really detailed. But in the extended, we lay out a spread just for your person. We ask for clarification on soulmate or twin flame. We ask for what they would say if they had no ego, you know, if they had no fear of rejection and they had no ego or fear of embarrassment. So those extendeds do come out extremely detailed. I think it's because it's a smaller amount of energy that's pulling in for them. Okay, so only the people who really feel drawn to them should watch them. All right, so anyway, this is crazy. Also with clarity, I got the World card and Six of Pentacles. So again, I feel like there's a cycle that needs to close out, but it has to do with giving and receiving. It has to do with a balance of giving, receiving, okay? Maybe a tolerance. Temperance can be tolerance and patience. And then I've even pulled another deck, and look what I got, Ten of Pentacles. So, an Ace of Wands. Passionate new beginning, very strong success energy here for you guys, okay? So, wow. I've been kind of toying around, you know, doing some personal business and stuff, and I just keep being pulled to do Scorpio. So, anyway, I wanted to show you those. Let's go ahead and get started. So let me mix these in. Try and clear that a little bit. Oh, and star was on the bottom. So that's, the star is hope, healing. You know, Scorpio, I don't know if I'm even saying this correctly, but what I'm trying to articulate is I feel like there's maybe a pattern of thinking negatively, trials and tribulations, and focusing, like there's a lesson. I don't even think it's for them as much. This part is for you. There's a lesson about, you know, manifestation, and what you think about, you bring about. So if you're focusing more on the negative aspects, wow, see this? I'm telling you, that's why I pulled several decks, because the reading was just crazy. The cards were flying out. If you focus more on the negative aspects of life, you're going to just stay in a vibration of negative, and that therefore you match up with other negative things. You actually literally pull in other negative experiences. So we have energy surge, communication, but this is feeling, you know, trapped. So maybe an ability. See these cards, how they came out together? So communication needs to happen, but there's some sort of chains binding you, someone, and holding back. I feel so strongly that you guys have something really special, and you know, a soul connection, something spiritual. Now, if you're with someone that's totally rejected you and you've not had, you know, a strong soul tie with them that's acknowledged on both sides, and this might not be your reading. I don't ever want you guys to force a reading, okay? So Queen of Cups, intuitive and sensitive. So a lot of love here. It's like, look at this, Three of Swords, heartbreak. It's like there's so much love, but because there's so much love, it's, oh, I feel like somebody's really upset. I'm so sorry. I feel like because of the depth of the love, there's a very deep pain also. Okay. So I just don't, this is going to have a powerful, I feel like this reading is going to have powerful information about how to get out of this situation or improve it. Okay. So chin up. So let's see what's going on. I'm going to just play with this deck for a minute and see what else flies out, and then we'll grab another deck for a spread. Oh my goodness. See, passionate, adventure. So Knight of Wands, that's somebody coming in. Somebody wants to come in. Collaboration. But I feel like maybe they think that you've been standoffish, or there's like an element of punishment, or like once you guys walk through it and talk through it and get through it, it's got to be let go of, right? Now, it doesn't need to be talked about until there's satisfaction that it's understood, right? But I kind of feel like they think maybe they won't be able to get there with you, or vice versa. Like they'll have to pay for what they did for the rest of their life, something like that. So anyway, I think there's karma on both sides. Ace of Pentacles, wise investment. Look at that. I feel like it's like they want it, and so do you, but there's like ego and pride in the way. So now we've had Emperor and Empress, divine masculine, Aries energy. We've also had Libran energy. We've had Sag. What else did we have? I'm just telling you the majors. I don't know. So divine masculine, trials and tribulations. About what? About a stable beginning. About where it could go. If I invest in this, is it just going to, you know, kick me in the face? Okay. Am I going to fail anyway? Am I going to put all this stuff? I think that where you guys are is not as hard as to figure out and to fix as it's thought to be. Okay. There's just some negative thinking about it. There's a lot of love. So the Queen of Cups again. Let's go ahead and do a spread. See what is going on, where you are, where they are. Okay. Scorpio. So strong twin flame energy here. Just like in the last reading. Doesn't have to be, but definitely a soul connection. Definitely a soul connection. Okay, Three of Wands. Overall energy. This is possibly a need to do this, but this card is progress. It's moving forward. It's looking, it's foresight. It's making peace with the past, accepting where we are now, and just turning your back to those things, accepting them, making peace with it. Even if you're not totally at peace with it, it's putting it behind you and just looking to the future. Okay, it's planning ahead. How do we go? Where do we go from here? Seven of Wands. See, somebody's defensive, holding their ground. No one's getting through here, right? And I don't even feel like it's legit. I don't even feel like that's what's on the surface, but deep down, there is wanting this on both sides. Yeah, see that? Five of Cups. So as beautiful a reading this is, there's a lot of pain too. Okay, your energy. Wow, Six of Cups. Yep, thinking about the past. Focused attention maybe on the past, maybe on work to avoid, avoid your feelings, which I'm all for that. I'm all for you not sitting around being sad. It's always best to occupy yourself with something, because if you sit and dwell, your energy and your vibe go down. They don't accelerate. The worst thing you can do is stay stuck. Sorry, I'm blocking the cards. Okay, so you never want to stay stuck. The only reason you may be stuck, oh, maybe we need to do a video on that. Somebody's feeling totally stuck. So it may go deeper than this, but just, I want you guys to know you're never stuck. I do feel like there's some depth maybe that needs to come out about that. Okay, your person's energy. A lot of you are dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There's air energy. So the King of Swords he's direct. There's a lot of thought there, but typically he's strong. I want to say clear-minded. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there. There's that Queen of Cups again. So a lot of love. Very strong, solid connection. King and Queen. And the Moon. So there's a lot of emotion, a lot of fear. Nine of Wands. So somebody's been wounded. Maybe some hurtful words were said that left a sting or a burn. Seven of Cups. And I think whatever they were, maybe they were just said in the heat of the moment. The Seven of Cups. Options. In this, what I'm getting from this card is that, do I dare let my true feelings show? Do I take this mask off? Because I expose myself to being hurt again if I do that. That's recent past. Yeah, gosh, conflict everywhere we look. Five of Swords. So again, strong energy of hanging on to hurt versus the need to move forward. Strong energy of just sitting in the sadness of dwelling, but I'm just fearing that is going to keep you in this same energy versus retraining your brain. If you painful ending, Ten of Swords. So we're creatures of habit, right? And our brain is programmed to protect us. It's programmed to focus on what's not good, or it's designed to focus on what's not good, not to ruin our lives, but because it wants to fix things, right? It's always looking for a solution. But we can take that to a whole new level by sticking on the problem and not the solution. So we're very big need for, steps forward here. A lot of pain. Let's look what's up next. The Sun, happiness is in your future. Leo energy. But there's, like I said, there is a strong energy of happiness, but there's also a possibility of a missed opportunity. Wow. So lots of thought about happiness in a passionate new beginning with this Ace of Wands. Anytime you get an ace, I mean, it's amazing. It's beautiful. Because it's a new beginning. It's clearing the slate. Remember, we had the World card. So lots of thought about happiness, lots of thought about a new beginning, but we just need to make sure it's not being blocked. Oh my gosh. So this is forewarning. Now remember, this is outcome. So you guys really need to take heed this and not let this happen if you don't want it. The great thing about tarot is it can forewarn you and give you the information you need to make the changes you need, right? Because our outcomes are very short term. You know, this is not a year from now. This is up next in the near future. So we have a lot of thought about happiness and sun and healing. We have a very strong opportunity for it, but there needs to be some action taken rather than stubbornness, maybe is what I'm getting. And I'm going to read you the oracle cards that already came out. So one of them is adjustments. You guys stick around, please, for the oracle cards. I mean, I know that sometimes we're just impatient wanting to get through the tarot spread, but these oracle cards I've really been putting a strong intention for advice. And these oracle cards have been amazing. So please watch to the end. You don't want to miss that. Oh my gosh. Exactly what we've been saying. The World, that's a cycle completion. Wheel of Fortune, that is divine direction, that is blessings, it is happiness and success. So we're all on this path, right? And along the path, think about the Magician. So we're on this path, so God has this perfect path laid out for us, okay? So, you know, here's the path, okay? And along that path, we will run into obstacles. We're going to say this is you, okay? So we're always going to veer from the path a little bit, but all these are blessings along this path with this Wheel of Fortune, okay? So we come to an obstacle, or we kind of get off the track, off the path, and we miss a blessing, okay? And then here we come across an obstacle, which might make us go far off the track, you know, but if we keep going off track, we're going to miss out on the other blessings. So when you come to an obstacle, you know, it's important to take it head on, like the Magician. The Magician's not going to stop. He's going to keep his eye on his path, and he's going to go around. He's going to find a way to go around or above that obstacle, getting back on his path and picking up the blessings. The wheel, I hope that made sense. The Wheel of Fortune is destiny. It is divine direction and destiny. This World card is cycle completion. And what I was just saying, we got, and this is unbelievable. But what I was just saying, adjustments are required for you to not be stuck, okay? So think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there's also a lot of negativity, and you need to let go of it. Whatever situation you're asking about now, be honest about whether there are toxic emotions involved, which you need to release into the ethers. This card also comes with a promise that all is not lost, and that is also what's this deck, strong, powerful reading that this is not lost, okay? So stop thinking that it's lost. When you start training yourself or forcing different thought patterns, you literally can create new firing and wiring in your neurotransmitters, and then it just grows. But you just got to tweak. You got to take those steps, okay? I think I'm going to do an extended. So you guys check out the links below. If I do an extended and it's posted, it's going to be a spread on your person, diving more into what's going on with them, what they would say to you with no ego. We're going to look for twin flame confirmation, where you are in the journey. Everything We're going to ask everything you would ever ask in twin flame questions, okay? Or journeys. So this card comes with a promise that all is not lost. However, there are changes or adjustments required before you will get to where you want to be. A change of course is forecast now, that recent events have been understood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now, which will remind you what you want and what it's time to let go of. So if so, pay attention. Reevaluating the situation. Your life may be out of balance, and this may be causing your issues. It may be time to hatch a whole new path. Something new and exciting is just around the corner. Trust may be required to move the situation forward. Okay, so it's a time of falling away and a time to reevaluate, no matter when you draw this card. It's a teaching to release and trust. Okay, let me show you the others. So look at this. Dragonfly spirit, the truth transcends illusion. So Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times in the hidden realms. Just as a dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings, I just got a strong vibe or energy of a grandfather, somebody's grandfather message or something, maybe to do with dragonflies. I don't know. Dragonfly Spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere. What would your grandfather say? Maybe it's advice that he would give. Maybe it's him believing in you and knowing your value, something like that. Peeking through from behind the veil. There is far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses, and there is a deep knowing that you are not separate or alone, for a higher power, maybe a grandfather, recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Fears dissipate as you realize you are embraced by the nurturing force that is everywhere, always in communication with you. All right, let's look at love is all around you, Nightingale Spirit. So I'm just going to read this part. The darker the skies, the more it seems the dawn will never appear. But Nightingale Spirit is here to remind you that the sun will shine again. You will soon feel the love and notice the abundance that surrounds you. Sing now, put on some music, or simply sing in the empty space. For finding the light within and giving it voice will give rise to hope and help you begin to hear the call of another who, like you, was beginning to fear the light would never come. You guys may be in the same place, and I just keep feeling love conquers all. If you can look at it as a situation where they are because of their experiences, right? Maybe they're messed up. Maybe, and I'm not saying wait around for someone, I'm saying, focus on the good so you bring more good and more clarity rather than snowballing negative thoughts, okay? So what did we get here? The sun. In the darkness of night, Nightingale Spirit sings her song of love and hope, a harbinger of dawn to remind you that the sun will rise again soon. You are so loved. And the illumination song of the Nightingale Spirit calls you to a new level of self-awareness and connection with the light. I'm still getting grandfather or something, somebody's grandfather. Yes, there is shadow and darkness, but love and prosperity exist everywhere, even in the seeming emptiness of space, darkness, and starless nights. Okay. Feel it and trust in tomorrow's light, renewing your ability to recognize that spaces that appear empty are actually filled with love and abundance. It's coming. We just got to get you out of this negative mindset. I am gonna do an extended. If it doesn't come out great, it won't be posted. But I will post some past Scorpio extendeds, which are extremely valuable. All my videos are timeless, and then I'll post the latest twin flame extended also. And hopefully one on this because I'm feeling a pull to do it. All right, am I rambling? So let me know in the comments. I hope you guys, I'm praying for you guys every day. I hope you guys pray for one another. I also love to read where you're watching from, so we can connect our little prayer chain, connect the dots, visually around the world. All right, you guys, I love you, I love you, I love you. I will see you soon. Bye, Scorpio.